This just in.
Texans had a hard time with the Chiefs, but here it was, the first touchdown of the season. Johnson on the right side from the handoff from Deshaun Watson. And before the game, a nice sign of unity with Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, and other members of both sides of the team. Here is a pass from Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes not skipping much of a beat from last year's Super Bowl run. And here's another toss. He had 3 total on the day. This one to Watkins on the screen pass for a touchdown. The Chiefs looking great. Head coach Andy Reid had a little bit trouble seeing out the visor there this game, but overall already 17-7 here as the handoff. And Zeller gets into the end zone on this one. Texans just not coming out strong, coming out a little flat, but was able to come back there at the end here a little bit and make us a little bit of a ball game. Surprised we didn't see a little bit more turnovers than what we did. Here's the other Patrick Mahomes touchdown toss. This one to Tyreek Hill in the back of the end zone. And here's Deshaun Watson trying to get one of his own to tight end. Akins. Number 88. And then I believe Deshaun right here will do the read option around to the left corner. Walked in on this one. Just a little bit too little too late for the Texans. The NFL trying to make this Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes showdown kind of a thing. I just didn't see the they're trying to make this a rivalry, and I just didn't see the hot spark coming out the gates for the Texans. They just quite not the team that the Chiefs have been here of the last season and now continuing on so far in week 1. So from what we have seen so far, great game. Happy to see some football, some fans in the stands even. I think they had 15,000 there in attendance. There was a little bit of uproar as to whether or not they chanted Chiefs or booed when said, time of unity and arms were locked with players and coaches between the Chiefs and the Texans. But overall, a great game in this pandemic-driven season and social issues as well. It was great to see that, there was football, there was fans in the stands, there was still a way to celebrate and honor everyone and get every message across, and still at the end of the day be able to have football. So overall, I thought a good night for the NFL, for each team, and maybe not so much the Texans trying to get off to a better start, but they'll take this one and learn from it. Maybe there will be a little bit of a Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes rivalry as we move forward, though. And in other news, the Denver Broncos signing Brandon McManus, their kicker, to a 4-year, $17.2 million extension. McManus has been a part of the Colts and Giants organization before joining the Broncos, has had a tremendous career, is in the top 5 for how much he is making, 9 point something total in guarantees for Brandon McManus and the Denver Broncos. In other news, what used to be the Oakland football team, now looking for a new football team, Oakland could become home to the first black-owned NFL team. Reading more into this now, a group of black business leaders heard back from the NFL about establishing a team in Oakland that would be wholly or majority owned by an African American, the leader said Friday. The idea is in its preliminary stages, but the group put forth 3 options to create the team, and the NFL did not reject them. So, moving forward, this could be something to watch. We could have another 33rd NFL team in the NFL, and maybe a black owner. This could be a big deal. Not that there wouldn't be one anyway, but in this day and age, especially to see this, and for the city of Oakland, I think there's all kinds of reasons why I'm happy about this. This is something that I think the NFL wants to happen. Whether that'll be in Oakland or not, I think is a plus for me, for someone who lives and who's been when the Oakland Raiders were there to a Raider game. So I have heart for the city of Oakland, and I hope that something happens for them. Sounds like a great story. We'll be keeping an eye on this one, so stay tuned there. And we will be keeping an eye on all the games this Sunday, hoping that all goes well for the NFL games. Seeing a little bit of ratings decline maybe in the first game, but in this digital RAN age, a lot more being seen after the fact, I think, on the YouTube or wherever for highlights and stuff like that. So, and also it being the first game, I don't know if that's something to be too worried about or not. A 12% decrease down from last year as far as viewership. I mean, when there's 19.3 million people still tuning in to watch the game, I don't know if that's bad to them or not. I guess so, whatever. Still sounds great to me, but we'll see how this Sunday does, if there'll be more watching or not. I think the initial, what's it going to look like? What's it going to feel like? As far as the other sports, football seemed to be the least bit affected by this whole pandemic-driven season and everything. But then again, we did have fans there compared to the other sports, maybe not having them at all so far. So, not fully there, everyone, but still they had, people there. So it felt nice to just be a part of that. And not every team will have that. So we will see the different, sides of it. With some other picks, you might say you would pick one team because of the home strategy there for them and the crowd, and they might not have that now. So taking a look at the NFL games and the schedule here, let's do that now. We got the Jets at the Bills. I'm going to take the Bills in this game Sunday. Packers at the Vikings. I'll take the Packers. And if this was a game where fans may be there and it was fully, everyone was there. Nah, they're not. So Packers, I'm taking them in this one anyway. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, though. I'm taking the Eagles over the Washington football team, even though the game's in Washington. I'm taking the Ravens at home in Baltimore. The Browns playing the Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens. Colts and Jaguars. I'll take the Colts on the road. The Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Panthers. I'll take the Raiders on the road in Carolina. I'll take the Raiders in this one on Sunday morning. Bears, Lions. Let's go Matthew Stafford and the Lions at home. Seahawks, Falcons. I definitely like Russell Wilson and the Seahawks on the road in this one. And the Dolphins, Patriots. I'm a Dolphins fan. This is a no-brainer. I've even heard some of the other top tier analysts pick the Dolphins to have a great season and win this game, and possibly a wild card or better type of playoff season for the Dolphins. So I'm liking what I'm hearing more and more for the Miami Dolphins. Chargers, Bengals. I'll take the Chargers on the road. The LA Chargers on the road against the Bengals in Cincinnati. The Arizona Cardinals, 49ers without Debo. Let's go Cardinals, even though, you know, the Niners are coming off of a Super Bowl year. They're a strong team. They got a defense. So what's one little receiver going to... No, I'm still taking the Cardinals in this upset. This is your upset of the week. You heard it from me, Jay White II. This just in. I said it. Cardinals over the 49ers. We'll see. Buccaneers, Saints. I'm going to take the Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Gronkaneers over the Saints on the road. And, yeah, I think Tom Brady's going to get it done. Cowboys, Rams, the Los Angeles Rams. I will take the Dallas Cowboys in LA on the road. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Giants. On the road in New York, I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans, Denver Broncos on Monday night. Going with Ryan Tannehill, Henry, and that Tennessee Titans. Oh, yeah, Jadeveon. It's going to be a good game. Sorry. You may have signed a kicker in McManus, but I'm seeing the Titans do some big things on the road there in Denver and getting the W. Maybe wrong on half of these or more. Hopefully I do pretty good. And we'll keep track of the picks and how I do. Let me know your comments, what you would like to see, hear from. I keep updates with the NFL news, but want to do some more stories on athletes from the past too as well. So be working on that, and just anxious to get more and more videos out to you. So Jay White II, this just in. Till next time, later.